Hello and welcome everybody. How's it going? Look, I got a camera. I got a background. It's lovely. And wait, even better. Hold on, let's click this. I have a working VM. How cool is that? It's updated binja, latest dev. Oh, wait a minute. That looks like it's the chat from last time. Did I select the right broadcast? Hold on, let me make sure people are here. But yeah, so if you're here in chat, no, I can hear myself. That's awkward. Okay, this is good. All right, yeah, I think we're working here. I guess Stream Elements is just showing. That seems not right though. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, Streamlabs is like showing the wrong thing. What is that? See, look, I promised 50% less broken infrastructure, right? And so far we've got it. We've got welcome username and Ryan. Good to see you both. All right, let's see if I can. Why am is my chat still just awful? What's up with that? Yeah. Okay, Stream Elements. Stream Elements, listen. I guess that's one of the things that didn't break last time. So it's allowed to break this time? Is that how that works? Where? Yeah, why is that not working? I'm gonna turn it off, I think. Let me see. How did I log in here before? Probably with YouTube. Probably with this one. Let's see. No, that's not the login I used. I don't know what login I used. Maybe I did. Hold on. I don't know. You know, listen, we're gonna turn off Streamlabs. That's all right. Look at this. We got a whole crew this evening. Havard, welcome. I'm sure I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I apologize. Scott, Dank, Shellcromancer, Morpheus. We got a whole crew. Look at this. Everybody is rocking out this evening for a binja stream. I'm excited. I'm gonna get back on track. We're gonna be doing more regular streams. I promise. I took off like a lazy bum for a couple months, hanging out, and now yeah. So we've got the latest binja. All right. So let's see. Today, let me first put up the list. The list text. Let's do a. All right. So here is the list. Here are some plugin ideas for the stream today. Because I kind of want to write a plugin and do some stuff. That's right, username. Oh, username, do you have another handle I might know? Because username is rather generic. Are you on the binja Slack? Are you someone else? So let's see here. Thanks, shout outs to Glenn and Kyle, who came up with a bunch of ideas for plugin things that we can work on. And maybe if y'all have some other ideas too, like challenges, CTFs, RE things. So more malware downloaders. Right, I had like the malware downloader multi thing. I didn't really finish that off. I could go finish that. That would actually be probably the most useful thing on this list. Kind of something we've already done a little bit, but would be very nice. So we could kind of have a chill time working on that. Data flow based nav. So these would be like snippets to like navigate based on data flow. I did one of these like a while ago. So things like go to definition, next previous use. There's already next previous cross-reference, which I'm pretty sure there's hotkeys for that most people don't even know. Highlight uses, that's kind of a cool one. Use the highlight API. Yeah, we could do some other ones, other ideas there. So if you guys can think of interesting data flow based navigations, I think there's already a notepad plugin. We can hijack John's plugin and submit it. I think, I don't know, maybe he actually added to the repo. Hold on, let me check this. He did, okay, no, he did submit it. So we could actually play around with this, because this might be kind of a fun one to do some, like a PR against too. So let's actually throw that on here. Install the notepad plugin. And I think, like, let's see. If I open, do I actually have my normal samples? No, because I was like wildly trying to like fix up my my VM last week. Ooh, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so let's look up. I just want to look. Let's do binls. We'll do binls for now. Yeah, does the notepad make it per function? View and edit. So edit. This is my notepad. Yeah, like just modifying this to have like a right. So this notepad is not per function. Good call. So per function notes. That's a cool idea. I like that one a lot. It might be top of my list there. Good suggestion, username. Let's see what else. Lift an architecture. You know, one of these days I should bother learning how to lift an architecture. I have not. I don't think I've ever actually written a binja architecture. Glenn, don't tell the secrets. Yeah, doc widgets are those that shall not be named. And there's also still top runner and bottom runner. In case you had a reason to include a standard bar at the top and the bottom of your UI and you wanted to put some colors or words there, you can. It's a little known feature in Binary Ninja. I think the exact, if anyone's curious about that, where's this documented? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm easily sidetracked. Docs.binary.ninja or API.binary.ninja. Let's see. Top runner. I don't know if we literally have this documented anywhere. We should stick something that mentions this. Hold on, let me actually look at the source. So maybe that's something I can do. We can update that. All right, let's see. Custom runner. Custom runners.json. Okay. So, yeah, the thing is, if you wanted to say, put in your user folder, custom runners.json. Was it custom? No, custom underscore runners. Oh, do I have Lunar? I want to install LunarVim too. I don't know if I've done this yet. Because my VM is all fresh and set up. LunarVim, I think is a nifty. Do I have NeoVim? I do. A very recent NeoVim even, because I think I was going to do this. And then, yeah, let's YOLO this awful modern deployment. Oh, actually, if I have the nightly, I can do this one. Cross your fingers. Sure. This is a pretty fresh box. And I did snapshot it. I snapshotted it. Only ever in this super special secret documentation. I know, right? Like I think that'll be fun to show off on stream. For like the 5 people that want to actually use it for something. Sure. Give me all my stuff. Why not? Cool. Good job. Install ensure pip. That's a package? Python Python 3? Really? I gotta do like this? Hold on. What is... I'm confused. What do you mean? Oh, sudo, right. Sudo make me a sandwich. All right, let's actually install pip. This really is a a boring one. Actually, Glenn, if you know the format of that JSON file and want to send me a DM on Slack or put it in the stream channel or something. Where's stream? That would be nifty. I'll show people that. In the meantime, I'm getting sidetracked by installing pip, and now I'm going to try to install. Oh no, sure. Maybe that's not needed anymore. But I feel like it's the kind of thing. Well, don't install the node packages. Do I sudo? You're not supposed to sudo this. What is this business? You know what? Whatever. Hold on. Did I just not read something? Like the whole point of this little magic thing is it just works. You don't have to do it. Is there dependencies? Prerequisites. Okay. To be fair, I'm supposed to do these things. Okay. Sudo apt install git pip build essentials should give me make, I think, right? Python npm node. I guess node.js. Cargo, is that right? Build dash essentials, maybe? Did I actually install Python 2? What? Oh. Hold on. Python 3 pip apt list Python. Is that just the regular Python? Did it just... No, we didn't install all of that. It was already there. No, there's no Python. There's no Python 2. Python 3. Okay. Python 3-m pip install ensure. I don't think ensure pip is the right thing. Yeah, sudo apt install Python 3 pip. Maybe I just installed the pip for Python 2, but don't actually have Python 2. That I'm not sure what just happened. Okay, this looks right. I feel like that's not right, but let's see. Okay. Okay, build essentials. I gotta figure out. I don't remember the syntax for build essentials. Maybe just install cmake and that'll install make. Oh, hello. That's a few node package. Really? Everything about the node ecosystem is a mistake and we should take it back. Just undo it all. Okay. I'm gonna have to like snapshot my box and do something less crazy when I come back from here. All right, in the meantime, let's see. Let's go back to that custom runner file. Failed to parse. Okay, so that means yeah, some JSON parsing. What is it looking for? It just does the parsing and then it looks for text, font size, font color, background. Does it do the same sort of top and the bottom though? I thought there would be a separate top. Maybe it's the same for both. Okay, so let's try it. So let's do text. So text thing. All right. So we're gonna. While Ludoram comes in, we're just gonna do it with the good old fashioned. Oh, really? Now you get it done? Okay, fine. I don't even know why I'm doing that. Right? Like, why am I doing that? By the way, when I look to the right, I'm looking to you, Chad. Just so you know, you gotta get like the visual cues. I'm looking. This is where you are. You're right over there. So I haven't seen a lot of votes. Y'all want to do the Notepad plugin? That's where we're going. We might be going there if nobody else has any ideas. Oh, so like yeah, what were my other? The list. It needs a title or something. Capitalized list. Um, let's see. Anyone remember the IDB importer? Don't actually do this. No, I would not have done that. Um, we could do some basics episodes. That's a good idea. There's a couple of basic episode ideas that might be good. You know what I really should do too? I should actually re-record older episodes because there's probably a bunch of stuff that's changed for some of the Binary Ninja basics. Fixing common analysis problems like misaligned stack, unimplemented instructions, fixing or understanding maybe, right? What else? What are some other common analysis? Invert the cam. Oh, so I'm looking over at the chat on the right. Yeah, there we go. Where did it go? Webcam. Transform. Flip horizontal. Yeah, you're right over there. Except now Binary Ninja's backwards. I can't do that. I can't have the Binary Ninja be backwards. Gotta respect the brand. The brand rules. Gotta make that readable. Oh, so we could do some Pwn Adventure stuff. Probably not this week. That would be a fun thing to do something. Some malware. I should get a guest for that, yes. Who wants to go some malware, Ari? That'd be fun. Chat GPT writes a plugin. We asked Chat GPT to write us a binja plugin and then try to get it to fix everything. To answer one of Glenn's questions, only plugin submissions. That's just what I'm looking on right now. We had just a list of a bunch of ideas, and a lot of them tended to be plugins. But if you have suggestions for other topics, Morpheus, if other things you'd like me to do, if you have a sample binary you want me to look at, if you have a pet binja bug you want me to fix, like for example, a lot of little good ideas come from folks. Like for example, this dialog box used to default to cancel. So if you wanted to like put some numbers, you could just hit enter. It would default to cancel, but you already have escape to cancel it. So it's nice to have. So anyways, now you'll notice that OK is highlighted by default. So if you actually fill out appropriate fields there, or likewise here, it was like a one-line change, right? Oh yeah. Sergey would be a fun guest if he was interested in coming on one day or doing a joint stream. That'd be kind of cool. You know what? I need to chime in on this Discord again and be like, all right, man, when are you gonna do another binja stream? I fixed all those bugs for you. I was looking at that list earlier today, actually. The where to go? Right. Do I not have it down anymore? Yeah, I don't know if there's a good way to get this URL over to the other machine right now, but let's see. Let's just use a URL shortener. tinyurl.com, JHNKBRF, I think so. Yeah, so if, I've shown this, I think, a couple times before, but there is, these were a bunch of bugs that OA Labs or Sergey ran into on his stream a while back, and all the green ones have all been fixed or resolved or kind of ready for another pass. So those are a couple things that I think haven't been done that were actually like issues that could use fixing, that were important. Like this one here, I think is kind of important. But like all the major stuff, a bunch of new ways to import types, compatibility to import header file, Windows type libraries, offsets and symbol list, all that stuff is actually all on dev or stable or done. Oh, an extra sample on Slack username. Can you put a link to that message or a sample in the stream channel on the public Slack? There's a stream channel in the public Slack. And I will streams, I guess is the link. And thank you, Shellcromancer, for posting the link. I appreciate that. So yeah, I would love to look at a sample that does some. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I know what you're talking about. That was the is that the one with the Ghidra, specifically like the difference between Ghidra and Ida and Binja and the way that that XOR decryption loop was done? Yeah. I think I know the one that you're talking about. I'll have to go back and look at that. Yes, Ninja. Excellent question. That is one of the updates this week. In fact, let me see. Am I gonna distract myself again? I am. But let's do this real quick. Let's put cd.binary Ninja. What do we call it? I just had it up. Custom runners.json. Is it I don't remember if it's an array or, yeah, we'll do this. Text. This is text. Isn't that valid JSON? Maybe it has to be an array. I don't know if that's it. Restart and reopen files. Do not save analysis. We're good. Actually, I probably should have just saved the BNDB. All right, so yeah, I don't think I did that right. And I also think it looks like just briefly text and then font size, font color, background color. Let's try font color. We should already binja to figure this out too. Actually, no, I mean, I have the source over here, so I'm just using that. I wonder if that's hex or if it's that. Actually, font color, background color. I assume, yeah, I don't know for sure actually what that is. Let's do this. Oh, thank you. Good call. Yep. Good call, Ninja. I should have gotten the hint that my editor really didn't like it from all the bad highlighting. So let's just try some red and black text and say this is text and see how that goes. Yeah, that emotet samples. That's not a bad idea. We can look at that again. And I think, yeah, yeah, that's not too far back. I could probably find that and scroll back. That's a good one. So let's see. We've got the emotet sample. That's a good one. We've got the Dwarf. Well, let's play around with Dwarf for sure. And I'm definitely doing something wrong. Or it's, hold on, let me see. Is this JSON is member? Oh, I know what I can do. BRB. Glenn's over here trolling me in our stream Slack. This is for important updates for me while I'm streaming, so you can send this stuff. All right, let's see here. Fine. It was custom runners singular runners. What did I name it? Okay, custom runners is the right name. Custom runners.json has nothing. Oh no, not in the stream. I want anywhere in the Slack. Yeah, just anywhere. Here we go. Okay. All right, so here is. So it actually looks like I had it pretty close. I just don't have to specify all the fields. Font size 12, font color. Oof, okay, all right. That I would not have guessed that syntax. So it's actually a dict with RGBA 6. This is one I had sitting around from a while ago. What? That is, oh, okay. This is weird, but all right, sure. Name white. Okay, so there's font color. Weird. Name. Oh, wait, no, I did that wrong. Yeah, okay. Background color. Yeah, it needs to be the same thing. Background. Oops. Background color. let's see, 90, 120, 40, 200. This one was called blue, not to be valid JSON. Okay, so that's valid JSON. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay. Well, that doesn't look like blue, but you know, it's at least the top and bottom runner. So there you go. So if you're curious and you happen to have, you know, a need to put some markings at the top and the bottom of your binja, you can do that. And you do it with something like that. So I'm actually curious, is background color just required? You may have to have all those fields, or maybe it's because, oh, I bet it was because I had invalid colors before. There's probably a default one. Yeah, okay. It would have done it before. Like if I just did this. Although, would it do default to black? It probably defaults to white and black. Let's see. No, it defaults to black and black. That's funny. So you really do want to put a color in there. Background color is not blue. Anyway, we can play with RGBs later. So that's custom runners. Little hidden feature in binja. Maybe I'll make a note. We should document custom runners somewhere. All right. Next, let us. Oh, also, yeah, did LVM, LunarVim? No, LunarVim did not work. Yeah? Yeah? No. Okay, you just have to say no to the thing it's going to fail on. And now... Really? Sure. Is that right? Looks right. So, LVim? No. I did it wrong. Oh, I clearly typed vi.zsh.zshenv export path equals /home /v35 /local /bin : $path. What's wrong with that? Okay, well that worked. ZSHENV is just busted. Wait, well, no, it's not. I'm not running ZSH. Okay, it assumed I was on a Mac running ZSH, apparently. Thanks, LunarVim. So now, really? Oh, hold on. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. So we've got that. Our LunarVim setup is on this. Now listen, I don't want to hear any complaints. Audio has been fine. Video is better. The VM is mostly fine. We're just getting over a little hiccups from our third VM from the stream last week. Yeah, I actually should have like a nerd font. A couple of those fonts are wrong. That's all right. Let's see. Let me go back to stream. Okay. Cool. I'm in the stream channel. Yeah. Find emotet. Oh, you know what? That was the thing that I should put on this VM, actually. Here's a cool trick somebody showed me. Black hole file transfer. Isn't it called black hole? Warp? No, warp. No, not black hole. Warp hole? Wormhole? Wormhole. I thought it was it. No, is it wormhole? What's the command line one that's kind of like this? CLI file transfer. What am I thinking of? Somebody knows, right? Wormhole? Magic wormhole. Yes. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, so whatever. Cool, and I have it on my box over here. Yes, thank you, Replay. Appreciate it. And so for those of you who haven't seen Magic Wormhole, the idea is that it's kind of like a zero config file transfer service that just uses like unique keywords. And so like you run it and it, I don't even know how the signaling happens. How does it like get your IP from one to the, but basically it lets you, now I'm curious. I want to go look. Motivate, yeah, where does it work? But anyways, just as a file transfer. Password authenticated key shape, but how does it find your host? It needs a mailbox server, a rendezvous server, a website based related with messages. Is there like some standard relay that I guess just everyone uses? And but how do you're giving the relay your password, I assume? I don't know. I don't really care. For transferring files that I don't want to have to think about and worry about and set up SSH or there's a couple other tricks for that, but I like Magic Wormhole. I think that's a cool idea. So let's see. I can send something over here. I can say wormhole send. So what was that imitate hash? I think it was, let me see. I think I got this random.exe sitting around from a day ago. That's probably a good hint. Let's go look at that. Toot. And then oh yeah, we're also going to look at Dwarf. So we'll play with both of those. Not that offset, that offset. Yes, that is it. No. Okay, that's the right offset for this file, but that's a different issue. That hash is not the one that I was looking. That's not the imitate one. Okay. Test unpacked imitate bin. So yes, I assume that's okay to share that one on stream then, at least to show the file. Okay. Test unpacked imitate bin. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's the file. So wormhole send test unpacked imitate bin. And then on the other side, Lyri wormhole receive 9 repellent scorecard. And as long as nobody else can type faster than me, it snipes it. I download the file and it's done, which is great. And if you try to do it again, and there's nobody there, because I already did the transfer, so it's just a one-shot kind of thing. Okay, so let's open up samples by Rye. bin. So let's take a look at this and we'll talk about what the issue is. Oh, that's kind of an interesting problem too. There's this other file that I think is fun. Let's do this other file. This is another issue that came up recently that I think is kind of an interesting thing to talk about. I just have to not say it out loud before I type it, and then I think I'll win the race every time, right? If somebody can see what I'm typing and predict it and get it before me, that would be... I mean, not that I really care. These are... There's one downside, I guess, of using a something keyed that way. So here is another file. And this one, this was an interesting problem. So somebody pointed out a bug where on some reverse engineering tools, is this it? This is not it. Hold on. 403DA8. Did I transfer the right file? Yeah, it's the right file. It looks totally different. What did I do wrong? Oh, also, let's turn off my custom runners. Okay. I think there's a setting, actually, by the way. Oh, you know what? The setting might document that a little bit. Runner. No, is top runner not even shown? Hold on. I thought that's... If you turn on top runner, hold on. You know what? I don't think I leak anything on my settings file, but listen, after I burned that key a while ago, I'm paranoid. Okay, nothing there. Yeah, so that's like a queue setting save change that saved. It's not actually in the settings file itself. Anyway, I'm really confused though about this. What version? This is latest 4390. This changed. This is not the same analysis. Oh, Jordan, you're looking at decomp. You're not looking at. Try again. Okay. Right. So this was an interesting one where other tools were showing different results here, and so this is kind of an aside for just a problem you might run into and a kind of way to fix it. This is something that we would like to have Binja do better, like out of the box. It would be nice if you didn't have to do this, but like any tool, this is a problem that can happen. Specifically, this is a data variable here, right? When I double click it, it looks like an offset into a function. It's like some function, and then there's this continuation. But just eyeballing this pattern, this is clearly data. This is not code and should not be code. So we know that this function here is right here. Like, is it that one? No. Yeah, it was it. Yeah, like this is bogus. INSD in like these are not real. So this one comes from here, which comes from here. Again, look at all these add AL stuff. It's all a bunch of zeros. Again, not real data. This is just a coincidence. It just has some. And if you split the view here, what's the hotkey for it on? There we go. Actually, no. Instead, I should probably just turn on show opcode or no, I do want to split. That's right. I want to split because I want to look at hex. Specifically, I want to look at hex because you want to see that like this is clearly not code. These are strings. This is data. So actually, I just want to go 4010A. Like this is a bogus function. And another good hint that this is a bogus function is because of this. Like this out in like this is just it's not a function. Not a function. So we can actually just undefine the current function and be like, thanks linear sweep. I know you tried your very best. That is not a real function. And then if we go back to that previous cross-reference, we'll see this one still has like another function that it is a part of. So 4011 Bravo Delta. Yeah, again, obviously a garbage function. So we're going to undefine that one as well. So undefine the current function. And you can see, yeah, this is just data. That makes kind of sense. What's interesting here now is that we do see there are these little stubs here. So this is, and there's even some symbols here in the binary for this jump to get keyword standard handle. So this is a, what do we call this? Like our there's a name for this. I don't know if Glenn's still on. Like it's our heuristic like PLT got stub kind of discovery. And on x86, I don't know what the name of it is. Basically, your imports will have a section of the binary where there's just a bunch of little jumps, and so you can see this just FF pattern. It's just a jump to a value. So this is the table of all the pointers where when you load the binary into memory, all of the kernel 32 addresses will get loaded into it by the loader, so that when you jump and dereference it, you're calling this function is equivalent to calling whatever the function that it's sort of jumping to. So if I just hit P here on that one, you'll see I jump to raise exception. Okay, so this actually is it's gonna drive me nuts. What's the name? Oh, Peter just left. Hold on, let me go ask Peter real quick. Hey Peter, what's the name of the thing where what's the name where which has a bug, which I don't fix. Or stash. Not stash, actually. Ooh, okay. What's the bug? Okay, well this is a false negative. I'll have to show you this one. Okay. That was worth it. Also, I got caffeine. Okay, so import address, or sorry, import function recognizer. So these are imports, right? And then these are just little trampolines or thunks or whatever you call them that will go to those imports. And so we have some code internally called import address recognizer. Also, what is this? 8BC0. I don't want to like, there's another way to just display this as disassembly. Move EAX, EAX. Okay, so that literally is just padding. So is that padding that gets done before these or something? I wonder how that's, it's probably just a 2-byte knob. I assume that's actually the standard 2-byte knob for padding purposes, but okay, so we can do this one here, RTL inlined. So again, because it's a jump to the import address table section where they're going to get loaded, those addresses will get updated. All of the type information for like RTL inlined, right, gets propagated to this function because that's what you want. Because then when you call this function, you want to actually see those cross references. And in fact, if I go back to the original address that started all this stuff, we can actually see now we're actually putting those exception unwind pointers into these global vars. So we could even go one step further. Actually, what we want to do is come here, copy that type information, and then we can actually hit this and paste that here. And I actually want to use a pointer to that type that I made. So that's cool. It detected what I was doing and said, "Hey, Kai, welcome." Okay, yeah, no worries. That's what the VOD's for. You got plenty of time to go back over later. But if you do have questions, let me know. This is like one little small kind of bug that somebody reported. And we're just talking about how you can kind of fix it, how we sort of diagnosed and understood like what was going on. But basically, we looked at something that should have had some symbol information, didn't, and the reason why I say that it's hard to perfectly solve this is because it's kind of a race condition. Depends on your analysis order. When your linear sweep goes and when you're finding a call to something, which will then, are you finding the stub that calls the thunk that calls the import address, or are you finding another function which has a false positive, which jumps to it and creates some garbage function instead? So it can be very difficult to solve that generically, but again, the easy fix is, okay, I see that this kind of garbage function got created. Let's just go undefine those functions. And then when we just hit P on those offsets where we saw like the really standard little kind of thunk jump pointer, jump pointer dereference, jump pointer dereference, we can do that there. These are interesting. These look like they're all pointers, right? Not asterisk. I wanted O, right? Oh no, what is this? Oh yeah, see, this is another one. This looks like another one. Okay, so this whole thing here also is a false positive, and I think, yeah. But this is also a piece of malware, I think, too, so it could be something else. But this is, I mean, yeah, probably garbage, but it could also be just some obfuscation because none of these are like invalid instructions or an invalid piece of memory, assuming that EAX is a valid pointer. This could actually be, no, but it's not, right? Yeah. Yeah, this seems very unlikely because it's also just hitting the same byte over and over, right? It's not going to be it's making the same thing. So that, yeah, okay. Again, we're going to call this a busted. This should not be so if we undefine this one, let's take a look at this. Yeah, and this definitely looks like a bunch of data pointers of some sort, but let's just try it just for kicks. If we realign it, so actually if we undo that, yeah, you look here, yeah, no, if this is real code, I don't know where it would realign to something else, because that FF we were seeing before, which turned out to be that jump, the jump dereference to the import address table, started with an FF. So hitting P on that is just going to get me the same alignment, so it's not going to do anything different. So, oops, Gotta redo all my stuff. There we go. So I think that's not, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, right. These are all pointers here. So these are, isn't it O? I thought you could, oh, well, these are all strings, right? So I can actually select all these. Except it's kind of a weird padding in between them. That's fine. I can still just select them all and hit A, and they'll get turned into separate strings. We'll have these garbage FF ones kind of in here. So there we go. So once we make those as pointers, like strings, like you automatically see those pointers there. Same thing here. You can just select a bunch of those and hit A. And this is, again, almost certainly going to be garbage. Yeah. No. Oh. This is garbage up top, right? But then there is this down here, we get to real code probably. Like this, maybe? No, I don't know. Like that looks I don't know. Let's try this. This high level I'll look like for this. Like it, I mean, like, yeah, this is clearly not code right at the very top. But then, yeah, that in's a great hint that this is like definitely not real code. Certainly not in a userland executable, right? Oh, sorry, I missed a little bit in chat. LunarVim is, yeah, thank you, Dank, for answering. It's just NeoVim, which is just a new version of Vim with a bunch of like stuff built into it to do like pretty, yeah, IDE like stuff. So some of the, like the automatic indenting and syntax highlighting and I like it because it's just, I like Vim hotkeys, but LunarVim, I can hit space, for example, and there's a whole bunch of like keys to help. Like the joke on Vim is you can't learn how to like quit. It's very difficult to remember like, what's the, colon Q or ZZ capital, what, what if I made changes? Anyway, you can actually, excuse me, you can just see space and then Q will just quit. So it's a nice way to like learn hotkeys and get around Vim without, like, you can just, comment toggle on the current line /. So like if I had I don't think on JSON it's going to do anything, but if I test.python, and let's just say we just don't like this, wrote some Python, and I want to comment it out, I could do, I might have to space /. No. Hold on. Do I have to reopen it? What was it again? I thought it was, oh, you know what? I'm not in LunarVim. I didn't change my hotkey stuff. There we go. Space /, right? So you can like do really fast little things that are easy to remember, and you can sort of learn about it using that that thing there. So it's nice. I like it. It's also a little bit buggy sometimes, and the configuration maybe a little more work than it's worth sometimes. But there's a couple. It's also based on an idea called Spacemacs, which takes which uses Emacs. There's like the age-old debate about about Emacs versus Vim. Spacemacs is using Emacs, but with Vim-style hotkeys, so all the Vim motion and things like that, and then also does the same kind of thing. It does this beautiful like menu system at the bottom with a bunch of, it's got an even better menuing system. I really like it a lot. The problem is it's single-threaded and had some bugs with performance and whatnot of it with Emacs, but in general, it's a cool setup as well. But then LunarVim is just like Spacemacs. That's where it kind of came from. But good question. So yeah, that's yes, I want to say. See, like that's a much easier workflow when you're learning Vim for the first time. I'm like, space Q, and then like, do I want to say yes or no? You don't have to remember exclamation mark or any kind of crazy stuff like that. So back to here. I'm getting totally sidetracked in a good way though. Like I think this is fun. See, I don't know if this is, Let's split this one again, and let's actually do hex. Let's do hex here. So yeah, I mean, like usually when you start seeing these E8, BFF, like these kind of, like this looks like a real call. So that's these calls down here that look like calls to real function pointers, right? Like these, it looks kind of like real code. Just this doesn't really look like code up here. And then I'm not sure about some of the other stuff. But again, this is malware. So seeing some obfuscation, yeah, like that looks real. Like that totally looks real here. But yeah, but kind of weird still. Lock deck. What? I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about that. I'm curious what the audience's take on it, what y'all think that is. But anyway, the long story short is that this particular binary had these yeah, there we go. Had a bunch of these thunks, and they were not being created correctly. And so by recognizing that we saw before and after this sort of like bogus code, we saw a bunch of these little stubs with this FF jump pattern, this thunk or trampoline. We could undefine the previous, the function that was obviously not real. Once we did that, we could come back, and then we could either do the opposite and make function at this address, or you can just hit P, which you can see there. It's just the default hotkey for doing that. So it's the same key as IDA to make a function. So yeah, one little kind of bug, kind of workaround. It was a useful thing I thought I saw this week. And now emo test. So this one I didn't have time to look at much earlier. Let me get the exact offset here. There we go. Okay. So this one, we're going to bring up some low-level IL. I want to see the low-level IL to go with the high-level IL at the same time. And what's our error here? What do we got going on? That was when I pasted that stuff earlier. Let's see. All right, so and I can hit Control B to hide the sidebar. If you want more width. Oh, we still never finished our notepad. So at some point we'll take a little aside, and we'll still look at Dwarf, and we'll look at the notepad plugin as two of our other tasks. Oh, you know what? I decided I should do like channel points or something, those little things, and then people could do a cube solve. We could make that like a redemption channel points thing. I assume that Stream Elements can actually do that if I really wanted to set it up. I don't think my coworkers would approve. It's okay. You gotta hear the clickiness of the cube coming through here. All right, so real quick, let's do quick solve, just because I want to stay fresh. So TPS cube that XYZ, if you're not familiar, is a cubing timer that Rusty, my coworker, built. And it works with Bluetooth cubes and I don't know if I like the scramble. Okay. Oh, no. That's gonna be a bad solve. Better than it could have been. All right, I'll take it. Okay, so little cubing solve aside, what I should do is use the Bluetooth one, and then you can literally see the scramble, or I could switch to a different camera. But again, I mean, it's a little much work there. So, all right, fun little break time over. I realized I don't know if I've actually solved on stream before. It's because I usually remain somewhat focused. Not really. I mean, a little bit. So for context, this is a binary. Oh, let's see, username. Now I know who you are. I can correlate your username based on Yeah, your username from Slack. You may have already said it too. If I missed it, I apologize. So this is it's an Emotet malware sample, and I've actually not. I know I've heard of the name. Just for kicks, let's give myself a little bit of orientation. All right, thanks, SZA. Via spear phishing, does some self-propagation, uses modular DLL, dynamic link library. Do you mean DLLs? Okay. It's got a custom hard-coded user agent. Okay, looks like it's got like a pretty advanced like flexible platform for a bunch of, so who knows, like this particular sample could be, in fact I noticed that the name of the file was unpacked emotet, so presumably there's like a, actually did they say anything about packing here? Custom package to protect its payload, so this is one of its payloads, maybe unpacked, or maybe one of the miners. I'm not outing you on stream or anything, but all right, so let's go back to binja. Let's go look at this. So the issue is, excuse me, and actually we can see the comparison. Well, actually, hold on. I don't, you know what? I don't have Ghidorah on this box. I should get Ghidorah so I can do side-by-sides of Ghidorah and set that up. And then when I snapshot it after this week, we'll have that. I feel like installing Ghidorah on Linux. Open the JDK. Search JDK. Which one do I need? Open JDK. I haven't actually installed Ghidorah on Linux before. 1.8 or later. Okay, so Ghidorah should be fine. So apt install open jdk-8-jdk sudo. Make me a sandwich. All right. Let's see. And by the way, I didn't actually see y'all vote a whole lot. Are there other things you want me to do? Is this a good agenda today? Let me know in the chat. I feel like everybody was so chatty yesterday or last week. All sorts of people talking. I appreciate the shout outs early on. There were people here, so it always feels good when I'm not talking to myself, but all right. And let's see, can I just Ghidorah run? JDK 17 cannot be found. Okay, so like search JDK. Okay, that's really dumb. All right. So let's uninstall this one. No, it's remove. Yeah, that's kind of annoying that the install doc said that, right? Yeah, it said like 1.8. There we go. I should have clicked supported. That's on me. Okay, that's fair. All right, and now we can install JDK 17. There we go. And probably can just rerun it. So let's see if it detects it afterwards. Yep. Yeah, I got your username. That's the plan. I'm going to get Ghidorah up here so I can side-by-side that, primarily because Dogbolt's version of Ghidorah is so slow. We can't, there's literally an open issue we filed on the Ghidorah GitHub issue. It's painful. Samples. Byrai. You know what I don't know? Oh, I do have a be right back. Let me just test this real quick. Okay. It also has the broken chat, because Stream Elements is still is still broken, which is annoying. I'll have to fix that. But let's see here. So we are going to decompile this one. And it's already been decompiled in I think binja and hexray. So yeah, they're pulling it out of the cache. It's been uploaded before. You can see the original analysis took 20 seconds and 14 seconds, 26 seconds, 24 seconds. IDA's still faster on this one. We gotta improve our, like, we are capable of going faster. We can change our settings. Okay, so we're gonna look for actually here. So hold on. Let's first. Yes, here is the function offset that we want. So let's copy that. And if you hit Control F in Dogbolt, you get a little search box that's per Decompiler, and then we can turn off Ghidra and Anger if we want to. And fun fact, oh, okay, binja found it, but IDA's header up top has like all of them. And a cross-reference, and a cross-reference. Is this it? This is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So another fun fact that folks might not all be aware of. You notice like the line number changes. So as you click around here, you can copy and paste this URL to somebody else and they can go straight there. Yeah, they're super weird, Ninja, right? And like the version number, it like did weird things, like the ordering, like is 1.8 before or after 17. Like, I mean, I would assume it's before, but sometimes they meant, yeah. I don't think like it was always consistent, which was annoying. So, all right. So first of all, binja definitely doesn't have a good look here in terms of it having like this temp, where it's doing the high and the low value of this multiplication. And so that definitely looks simpler for what IDA's doing. I think their decompiler is cleaning this up. We did on dev recently. And to be fair, this is the dev here that I'm running is later than what's running on stable on Dogbolt, but it doesn't matter much here because we've made some improvements to the division de-optimization, but not like for multiplication simplification, I don't think. And so I suspect some of that, like there's this logical XOR and OR going on. And if it's a constant value, Ninja can actually tell you, it will do all the calculations and simplify it for you. So usually it does a better job of actually kind of undoing some of these deobfuscations. So these okay, let me double check just disassembly. This should be pretty much the same thing. Disassembly and low-level layout are about the same. I do kind of like the, you know, one thing I hadn't noticed before. Yeah, it's sort of interesting difference, right? Because with, it's more, low-level layout is kind of pseudocode-like, but there's something clean about having just the operation and the parameters kind of separated out like that. It only is a disassembly thing. So I think part of my brain finds it still easier to parse disassembly here. If I'm looking at low-level layout. All right, let's start off here. We've got a call to a sub that is immediately, oh, interesting. So this sub just initializes though these values with the registers. Does that get in? Oh yeah, it's labeled as a pure function. I think for analysis purposes, the pure functions get inlined, but I don't know if it knows. So the thing is, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah. Huh. So it's writing back to the stack of the parent directly. Sweet. Yeah, I'll bring one of my Bluetooth ones next week. Okay. Thank you for giving me even a minor bit of encouragement on that. I will definitely do it a little bit more. Yeah, they do Ninja. So but that's not enabled on this version of Dogbolt, right? So that's the Gombas Hexrays blog, I think. Goomba, not Goombas. Yeah, Goomba like Mario, but yeah, so they have this plugin, but this is I don't think this runs automatically. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess just for context here, what we're talking about is mixed Boolean expression, um, where you can simplify complex things like this and turn them into like, oh, that's just always this constant, or it's um, just this operation. Sometimes it's because the compiler does weird optimizations and things, and they think it's fast. Not for like, for example, getting a constant, but for like doing some operations. So you'll get like some people will use these kind of simplifiers for just like actual compiler optimizations. But in this case, we're looking more like as an obfuscation technique where people are doing this, yeah, for obfuscation, where they're turning what would be a simple math operation into a much more complex one, still relatively fast as the computer is running, but enough to like frustrate your analysis. So when you look through your analysis and you're seeing like shift left, XOR, although that actually is interesting. So you'll notice binja just doesn't even show those on the high level IO. Actually, let me switch just for kicks to medium. Medium might be nice here because some of the dead code elimination, if there's like structures and things and it doesn't know the widths, which by the way, yeah, this one here, it's writing back to the arguments RCX, RDX, RA9. What are other cross-references to this function? Does this get used a lot? Yeah, it does. This is, oh, okay. You know what's cool though? I don't know if this, it may already be done because it's identified as pure. Pure means there's no side effects, basically. It means this function, when it's called, will always do the same thing with the same input. Doesn't touch any other kind of outside memory. And it doesn't call anything else. There's no other dependency. Like it's sort of like self-contained. That may not even be the correct technical definition. Let's go look. Let's go see how off I am. I want computer science pure function, but it essentially means, yes, given the same input, will return the same output and does not have any observable side effect. I was pretty close. I think that's basically it, right? So, yeah, in this case, Binary Ninja has correctly identified this as pure. What it can do beyond that then is we can actually edit functional properties inline during analysis. I can be like, listen, always inline this. And I'm really curious though how that's going to work working through the stack pointer value. All right? Because normally if you want to inline like a pure function, it would be like just do some constant math and return a constant value or do something like that, where if you allow the analysis to just put that constant value in the parent function, it's easier to analyze. But I don't know. I mean, let's just find out. Let's try it. So like if we inline this, the problem is I don't know how it's going to work with that stuff. So let's go back to our function here. Ooh, all right. Yeah. So now, as of 8.3, yes, Ninja, we are not running 8.3, however, yet. Ilfac has approved it and explicitly said that he wants would allow us to do it. And also shipping it as a default plugin is not the same as it being enabled, right? Like I suspect that it's still, let's see. Is that what? That font is like making me twitch. The R and the P and the R. It looks like it's like shifted upward. Anyway. Yeah, this is a great blog talking about how they can simplify these and do it quickly. But the thing I wanted to check on is NBA Solver's GitHub repository. But like, Okay, here. So here's another example that they were comparing it to. There's a data set of them. Okay, neat. Yeah, is this Cynthia? That's Tim Blazitko's thing, right? Tim Blazitko? Yeah, yeah, that's Tim's thing. Cynthia. Which also can do that. So that's cool. But like, you should link to it. You should like link to the repo with all your stuff. It's always a pet peeve of mine when like results aren't linked and reproducible. But that's great data that they do. All right, so is it just on by default? That's my only question. Oh, I could have just read down here if I wanted to confirm that that was Tim's. Does it? Yeah. Oh, purely non-interactive manner. Okay, so it is, I guess it is on by default then on 8.3. Like it's shipped enabled and like just does its thing. That's cool. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so it's a default plugin and like it will just go and simplify stuff when it finds it. That's neat. But like pursuant to our discussion, not relevant here because we need to actually still push an updated version of X-rays. So I told Ilfac I would do that, and I'm behind. But specifically, I mean I need to bug Glenn and ask him to do that because I started to do it a couple weeks back, and I don't remember the state I left the files, and I got to look at that. I'm always careful if I mess with the infrastructure. I gotta get permission from somebody else to make sure I'm not doing it wrong. So, all right, back to binja. It's not Hextrace doesn't need Goomba to solve this, and I just want to look at what the data looks like now that I've inlined that load. And so you do see, but the problem is going to be it's referencing arguments to this function. Like it's doing it. Yeah, that's not what I want. Like inlining it here has the wrong behavior because it's doing it off a little bit. I don't think or does it adjust for the stack offset? That's a question that I'm going to go ask Rusty. When you inline that little bit, does it do the stack calculate? Does it know? I mean, the EULA, yeah, here, let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. It was updated. Evaluation. No. Compet. Yes. So it depends on how you define this. If we interpret this sentence to say, Hexrays has reviewed Dogbolt and has agreed that it may be published, then we are good to go. Right? This just says you can't do any kind of benchmarking without, but this still doesn't help it. You cannot use it if you are a competitor, or if you use this, but the benchmarking data, yeah, or without inviting them to review the results would only be applicable to this part. Or develop marketing a product that's competitive to review the results. I don't know. Either way, okay, yeah. Either way, we have specifically invited them to review Dogbolt. They've approved it. Their intention is that this is not supposed to block Dogbolt. But we might wish to be a little more explicitly clear about that. So anyway, I'm going to check with Rusty later because I'm just trying. Well, actually, you know what? I guess I could just put on my big boy pants and try to figure it out myself. Let's take a look here. So let's do this. Let's turn off syncing here. Or no, let's split this. Let's turn off syncing here. Let's find this. Let's go here. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Let's go here. No, that's that. That's fine. So here's one. No, and on high level IL, I want low level IL just simply. So at the disassembly, if we have our call function, and then yeah, let's just do low level IL. Actually, let's turn on sync group back again then. So let's do this. I want you to sync. So the original one, we have a call the disassembly. Inside there, we're going to then just literally dereference RSP. So, okay, yeah, all we've got is the RSP should be -4, right? Excuse me. Or is it 8? Sorry, 64-bit. Whew. Was it loud sneeze? So given that, yeah. It's in writing. Let me just pull up the Telegram message I got that says it's okay. Email would be better. So this call, when we, okay, at low level IL, we replace this move, and then there's just literally a go to, which does do a, okay, no, it does a push. And then we go to there, and then we jump pop. So the IL, yeah, the way that does it, okay. So I think I answered my question, which is, does inlining preserve the stack behavior? And so the analysis should be fine. The answer is yes. Yes, it does. So let's go back to, let's do high here. Let's do medium here. Let's go back to this one. No, let's go back to this one where this function gets inlined. And we can see, though, most of this is dead code eliminated. So, like, binja is just saying, like, yeah, I don't know what these values are. Incidentally, let's look for all the cross references. So these constants get passed in. That third one. Oh, that's interesting. The third parameter changes. Sometimes it's a data pointer, sometimes it's... Oh no, hold on. RBX bracket C, what? There's an array here? Interesting. So where did RBX get turned into an array? Like, I didn't think we had automatic stack creation. So I think I might be violating my rule of the thing where I said I was going to only spend a bunch of malware RE time with a guest or somebody else to help me from going off the rails. But yeah, I'm just confused by, I mean, just obviously these constants, like this whole thing is some sort of like deobfuscation thing, right? Where it's going to use these two constants to apply some transform to, and I thought that was a pointer. I just don't get quite that. So anyway, inlining the function doesn't appear to have really done anything because where do those variables get used? Like, it's just going to be our... Yeah, like, why are these not... Like, the destination for these are stored. It actually tracks that nicely. Like, it's showing me where on the stack. Ooh, is it? Is that right? Maybe. Because I don't know... Yeah, it is. That's right. Because there's already doing this big sub here, where it's making space for local variables. And then this is putting... All right, so let's... Actually, why is this so wide? Go back over here. So we've got a... Yeah, and this is also one of those where, like, when stuff is obfuscated enough, the decompiler doesn't always help you out. Like, it doesn't always make things simpler. Sometimes you do just want to look at this stuff. But then again, sometimes, like looking at these transformations. So we have some value set analysis on this value. You notice if you hover over a variable, for example, it says that unsigned range value. You do get the value set analysis that happened here, except I feel like we should know more than that, right? Oh, but it's this totally undetermined value. Oh, this is where the upper and lower stuff came in, right? Yeah, because there was a mul ECX. So EAX and EDX have the results, and EDX gets put into ECX, which then shifted. That's why we have some knowledge about that, because we know it was just EDX, the upper or lower of the multiplication. Oh, does it really? There's junk parameters just to like obfuscate? That's funny. Okay, so yeah, we can compare IDA's results back here. Yeah, it does a great job at cleaning it up. Like its simplification mechanism here is great. Wait, what's this 708? Is that not the one that got 708? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Except I mean, right. Oh. Oh yeah, that is annoying. So actually those register arguments come from these register arguments. And there RC, RD, RA, R9? Yeah, I forget the x64 calling convention. That's register based, right? Where this is embarrassing. Forget the register order for calling convention. And I think it's the same on Linux. Is it? No, not vector call. Calling convention defaults. Parameter passing. Yes, please. Integer stack. Okay, so CD89. BX, oh, do they just have their own calling convention they're making up? Or is that a different, like, it almost looks like they're making up their own custom calling convention. I mean, they kind of have to be, right? Because these aren't initialized, and I don't see, they're supposed to be on the stack after that point. So it looks like they have their own. Yeah, I mean, I think it also screws with stack alignment because this just doesn't look like a standard calling convention. Like where this place is being called from, you really want to um yeah, it's I don't think it's actually 164 calling convention. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arguments would mean yeah. Yeah, it should just be the first four CD or RCX, RCX, RDX, R8, and R9, right? And then the other one should be stack based. But if I look for call for references here, ACD R9, but where's RBX, right? Oh no, that's just saved RBX. That's right. Never mind. I'm a little slow. Yeah, that's just clobber saving. Sorry. Thank you, Binja, for telling me. So yeah, I was getting lost in that one. Did somebody correct me? So Linux, yeah, Linux does have different 64-bit calling convention, RDI, RSI, RDX. There's only 3 parameters in register, and then it spills to stack. All right. So, oh, I was looking at this one though. It's the 708, CD 8 and 9. Oh, I mean, Yeah. So yeah, for example, like RCX is, first of all, that's weird. This puts, oh yeah, this definitely is going to screw with your stack analysis. And they're just not going to use EVP for any local stack variables. They're just using it as a temporary register. Yeah, that's fine. Um, so it's weird then that this function shows that value onto the stack. Why? Does it actually do anything with that? That could be why. So when I inline it, that's one nice thing about the inlining, the analysis. We can look at the same function. We can basically see it gets put on the stack right. Oh, later on. Yeah, here it's gonna be put. Yeah, I wish that. Oh, is that gonna? Yeah, there we go. Okay, graph view is actually better here. Graph view is nicer for this when you inline a function because you get just the basic block inlined. And then you could do things like look for. Okay, so that's just, yeah, just a garbage function. I don't think it's being used unless it references those values via like a base other variable, stack variable, and then references beyond it. So it could be something, excuse me, aliased. So if you hear the phrase like aliasing, it just means like, well, it's all memory, it's in a row. I could make a copy of a pointer and then access it via another offset, or I can access the data. I can access the same data multiple ways. And so you have to be careful of that when you're looking through things. But binja, at least if I ask it, like, where are the cross-references to these variables? It doesn't see any that are done there. And then there's the main obfuscation loop. And you can tell because you see a big old loop and you see like XORs and stuff in there. Always a good hint. And then actually, yeah. So I mean, the funny thing is though, like malware that does this kind of obfuscation, like this is just obviously shady stuff to begin with in the first place. Doing lots of shifts and XORs. If it's not encryption, like it's obfuscation of some sort. Um, so it is kind of funny that you can use that in and of itself to like identify it. But all right, so let's go and look. What is? Let me actually move this to 3, move that to 4, 3. No, wrong one. That to 4, 4, move that to 3. Sorry. Just put my browser and my binja next to each other so it's a little more straightforward. Oh, good call. Let's go check it out in Gahydra. Couldn't resist. G-Hydra. All hail. Wait for somebody to clip that. Hydra. Okay, cool. My tiling window manager loves the fact that there's this dialog I can't close. Escape. Hold on. Does F4 work? Control W? How do I close this? Are you serious? Hold on. Hold on. Key binding. Okay, Windows. Computer help. Can I? No, I don't want to. How do I? Okay, key bindings. Can I say close? Okay. There's a modify. This feels like toggle bar window floating toggle. Yeah, I mean I can like move it to another workspace. Resize session. I don't want to exit the app. I just want to close a window. It feels like it's under modify. Launch, modify. You know what? I can also try this. Regolith close window hotkey. I don't want to switch workplaces. I want to close a window. Close. Most key bindings can be found. Yeah, super shift question mark. I wish it was. How do I close? Oh, super shift Q. No, I don't want to quit the application. I just want to close a window. Not quite it. Not quite it. Basic usage. Close. You know what? Fine. Fine. You're going to go on 6. You're going to go on 5. And now I can make a new project. Really? Okay. I just call it a Ghidra project and put everything instead of one thing because I'm not organized. Samples, viri, emotet, unpacked. Go. Let's see how it does. It does have a real dark theme. This is a good point. I think it's, hold on, tools, configure. No. Where'd it go? Oh, that's right. It just makes it. Now you have to open it. Man, this really is pure pain on a tiling window manager, isn't it? Yes, please analyze it. Where did they put the theme stuff? Configure. Is it our core? Theme? No. Miscellaneous? No. No, it's not experimental. It's under window? No. Mod Shift Q. Let's try that. All right, let's try 6. Okay, sweet. That did just awesome. Thank you. So in this case, yeah, Mod Shift Q closes just the window. Much appreciated, Ninja. And actually, this I am going to leave up. I'm going to move that one over. So now I just have the Ghidra window. Now, where did they hide the theme thing? Although, tool options. Ooh, this looks good. Tool. Analysis console, Decompiler, editors. I should just Google this, shouldn't I? Edit the UI edit theme. Hold on. Edit project manager. Okay, so 6. Oh, is it locked because the what? Project manager UI edit theme. There's no UI. This is the project manager. Is there not? This window is locked. Do I have to? Oh, hold on. Because that dialog is up? No way. Really? Yes, it did. Lovely. Okay. UI. There's no UI menu. Give me UI. This is going to launch another one. I don't want that. Okay, hold on. Can I shift Q? Close that window. Cool. Configure UI? No, what do you mean? For edit the project manager UI. Oh, just edit under theme. Okay, just this is project manager now. Edit theme. Okay. Thank you. Vildas, I'm using Regolith. R-E-G. Well, so Regolith is the Ubuntu distro that uses, so it is actually i3 under the hood, but just with some configuration and things to make it a little bit prettier and easier to use. I actually normally run macOS as my day-to-day, but to run a VM that I can keep clean for streaming, and also because it doesn't have as many UIs and pop-ups, it's a little faster. I switched to Linux for that, but so usually my day-to-day, normally I'd be running macOS, but I have used Linux for a long time. I do like it. Okay, so yeah, let's go back. Edit theme. Switch. Yeah, there we go. Flat dark. Okay, I mean, why? No, wait, what? Why did it change? Why did it not? Okay, hold on. Switch. Flat dark. Apply. Okay. Okay. Cancel? What? That is the worst dialogue in the world. Okay, whatever. We have a dark theme. Thank you, Ninja. Yes, I eventually got there. They meant the UI of the project thing, and I was literally looking for UI menu. That one's on me. That dialogue, though, being busted is not on me. That is just broken. Okay, so let's go to the same offset. Fun fact, in binja, I can just, this function, Control-Shift-A, rather, will copy the offset. So then I can paste it into here and go right to this function. Okay, so the decompilation here is, yeah, this is also cleaner than binja's, except it's, I think it's, hold on, wait, is this the right one? Oh no, this is a different one. This is not the one we were looking at before, is it? No. Okay, hold on. That's not the one either. I thought it was 708. No, it's this one gets called. Let me go back here. Where'd it go? This one. There we go. Okay, this is the one that we were specifically looking at. Although there's a number of these. But so now Control-Shift-A, G, paste, enter. Okay. So yeah, so here's the thing. They're showing the same thing. There's that little function stub at the top. Variables initialized to 0. Yeah, that's funny. Everybody, I love how the malware is like doing all this like obfuscation, and like every tool literally is just like, yeah, no, like you're just zeroing it. Like, we get it. We understand. We can track constant values, right? Because it's pulling this value out here, which came from this, which was this, but shifted left, and that's the same as this, but then shifted left by, yeah, it's really funny. It is very funny. And so everything's like, no problem, you're just zeroing the value. So yeah, literally, here is oops, Ida doing it in Dogbolt. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah, so there's Ida doing it there. Ghidra and binja all get it out of the box. Funny, funny, funny. Okay. So, and then there's just a while true. So now Ghidra is saying, oh, although you actually posted in Slack the Python kind of snippet, I think too. Oh, never mind. I just saw your message. Yeah, so yeah, I see what you're saying. You were basically, you made your Python based on the, I don't know that this is actually correct. So let's look at this and break it down and see if we can either validate Ghidra is correct or see if it is not. Because this feels a little too good to be true. I think they're missing out on the fact that, so let's just go back and look at just pure disassembly. So we can do that in Ghidra as well. I just don't recognize as much. Okay, the key thing here is this loop, this while true loop. So when we get a null, we stop. That's funny. This looks like, is that an uppercase lowercase function? Like if it's a string decryption, right? So if it's an ASCII character, then that OX20 is just gonna do like capital A is that, but lowercase a is that. They're always off by hex 20. And of course, hex 20 is also just space too in ASCII. But in this case, the fact that we're adding makes me think that we're basically lowercasing everything. So if it's an uppercase character, if -41 is less than 1, yeah, exactly. It's literally saying if it's an uppercase character, lowercase it. So right, this is lowercasing it. Let's actually see what did binja do for that one. Let's switch back over here. Let's turn that one off. So do we do the same? Yep. So this is just lowercase string, that little loop there. All right, let me look back at the screenshot, the constants. I'm not sure what you mean by the DLL constants. Like, oh, for like matching the fingerprint on a library it's loading, like it's doing a hash check on its name or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. I didn't. Yeah, I need to kind of reread your whole. Oh, it's checking for DLNMs based on the algo hash. Okay, so yeah, so it's doing like library hashing to load to verify what library to load. But in the meantime, I just kind of want to walk through. So binja and Gitter are basically identical to this point. This here is a little different. Because there's a size extension, but it's, oh no, there it is. Yeah, var1 to var3. Yeah. I mean, like we could like, I want to make it kind of look similar, right? Oops. U var1, U var1. You'd start naming things just to get us more similar. Similar comparison. And so it's pretty much the same right up until we get to here. And here's where things diverge. And also you'll notice that IDA diverges as well. So after the break, we get ourselves a copy of the results. We're going to shift the bits. And where does V10 come from? .4. And then, oh no, hold on. This is prior to that. Why is that ordering right? Oh, so binja is folding it all inside of this thing. That makes it kind of hard to read because it does a longer one-liner, but it just is combining it. Then on the other hand, where does Ghidra put all that? Was it 3 was IDA? Where's the shifting going on here? Yeah, so there's this result shifted. Yeah, so here's the thing. We know result changes over time, right? Like results being written to inside this while loop. So hold on, let's rename this. So now we have kind of a mixture of all the names, but let's do that. So now we have results. What's the middle click we'll highlight? Yeah, there we go. Middle mouse button. So results, this is updating from here, result plus times 103. So like this doesn't, yeah, so, and it's also, it's minus V6, V7 plus V8 minus V6. So V6 is result equals something minus result. And this is showing plus times? Like that doesn't, what's the actual disassembly do here? What does binja? Binja is result as a D word. Yeah, binja's definitely, it definitely feels like binja's missing some simplification that can be done here. I wonder if I should just write this out and do some math. Oh, so you basically, yeah, I see what you're saying. So you believe Gitters to be correct because you've validated the the hash. Like you took the Python that you based on Ghidra's implementation, and then like you passed kernel32 as a string into that function, you get the output of that hash, and that's what you compared, that constant exists, and that's how they're checking for kernel32. That's fair. Yeah, like an actual like validation of it is perfectly fair. That's impressive. That's a good simplification result. Because that I think Ghidra wins over IDA or binja, because this because like where is that constant coming from though? Because IDA doesn't see, IDA is, yeah, like IDA doesn't see any of these constants at all. It's just like flat out wrong, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with IDA like loses entirely here. No, hold on. There's yeah. 616. Yeah. But then where does results initialize to 0, but then it is gonna have, yeah, so we're just lowercasing it, and then the previous one, multiply that, and we just add the character value to it. So that's a really simple transformation. So if that produces correct code, then that's far and away the cleanest. I don't know that IDA's is gonna do that. Like it's definitely not. Like it's missing constants. Like there's constants, it just is like removed entirely. So I'm gonna give IDA a great readability score, but poor accuracy score. And I think Ghidra wins that one. Binja's not even close to readable. But these constants, I have a suspicion if I actually try to do some simplification down here, follow some simplification rules. Let me like hand do some math. Just to see. So okay, so varwas is just the character. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna name this. So this is the character value, right? So it's the character, result is result, times, oh, hold on, wait a minute. What was, no, that's a hex. Okay, this is doing hex 1003. Oh wait, is this just, so what would be, just for kicks, what would be 1003f 3f minus oxffff. So it's just saying 64 copies. So basically binja, if it's missing a simplification here, it should be, this is essentially just 64 times result. Like that's what this would simplify to be the same as Ghidra. So if that's the case, then binja's at least correct, but super unreadable. And there's like a missing transform or missing optimization here that it should be able to do. So this temp value, yeah, but these are constants. Hold on, dude, no, like it knows that the multiplication takes these two constant values. Hold up. Okay, so this is a value set analysis should 100% know this. I bet it just solves it if I use temp 0, temp 1. Is temp 1 used? No, they only use the upper bits. So hold on. So if I multiply these two things together, and then I mask it with is that right? No, these are double precision, which was mold. Easy, oh no, it's easy A and C. Okay, so that's right. Is that right? Let's hex that value. Well, I did that wrong. I did not want to do, I want to do and. Shame on you, Jordan. Okay, so the value, or yeah, I should just right shift this. 32? No, oh no, 16? No, it should be 32 bits. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to wait in wrong. I am not doing the right operator. Okay. That looks right-ish. Yeah, so I think that that's just, so like, let's literally just do this. So one thing I'm curious is if I tell binja your, this value here, where is it? User informed data flow, let you say, actually you have to do it here. Like RDX, hold on, does temp0 get used down here or does RDX get used? No, I think it gets folded later on, but let's try this. So yeah, like all this should be constant. Hold on. Why is this not? Yeah, that's so lame. Okay, great. So let us do this. We can set user variable value, and we know it's a constant value of x365a5c. The good news is this is a super easy fix. Like having this do the correct, I feel like it should be anyways. I'll check with the folks that know more about the value set analysis than me, but just setting that as a constant value. Why did that not? Wait, what? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, okay, constant value of that. Now, that's the bug. Okay, cool. And yes, thank you, username. I should have just right shifted 32. I was doing a single right. Okay, so that's the bug. That's literally the reason that Ghidra gets this and binja doesn't, and that should be a super easy fix. Is that right now our multiply is not our constant value propagation is not working correctly on it. But once it does, you get identical results. In fact, huh? That seems a little weird. This seems a little bit different. I'm not sure I like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but that's basically the difference. So, okay. Well, great. The answer, at least the example there then is a simple bug to fix in binja. And then that I'm curious how many of the other like sort of subpar decompilations that could, yeah, you know what? There it is. There's another one. Same exact thing. Guarantee you. Undetermined value. Sure, but if I actually do this and then just take this 6 actually no, it's 0, which is the upper. So okay, so I actually want to right shift at 38 in this case. It should be that one, and I can say at mean level analysis, I can say, yeah, you right here are actually this constant value. Boop, and there you go. Cleans it right up. Yeah. Okay, so thank you. I'm glad you suggested I take another look at that again because I had not really dove into it enough. Okay, let's do a couple other things. Hopefully, we can get that fix out, and then next week we'll circle back around and we'll take a look at this again. But I bet it's a quick fix. Hopefully, cross fingers. I'll let, like I said, the people that know more about that than me take a look. Dwarf. Let's go look at some new dwarf things. So if I look here on the symbol list, you'll see one's enabled by default. The export is enabled by default right now on dev. Import is not, because import can crash. Like if there, in fact, there is actually at least one known bug in it, excuse me, depending on the files you're doing it on. But these are a nifty pair of plugins. They're both written in Rust. Did I not turn that off? Oh, I think if the file's there, it turns it on. Hold on, let me cd.binaryninja move custom runners off custom runners. Okay. Let's see. Man, that Soda went through me. I need to. Yeah, we're 2 hours in. I should actually wrap it up soon. I was gonna say I should take a bathroom break, but I should really just wrap up the stream here soon. So the two things can do this. Like right now, if I have a binary, and let's say I've made a bunch of changes. I've named this function. I've added some types. I've added whatever variable names. Now I can export as Dwarf, and I select the architecture, which it should default to the current architecture. It does, which I thought it would do. So default to the current architecture. You give it a file, and it will output a DWO or .debug. It puts this debug information into like an external file, and then you can, on another file, you can load it back up, and you can import debug info from external file, and you can give it that file. And we already have like lots of ways to like, yeah, you're very welcome. Username again. Thanks for suggesting it again. We have a lot of ways now to like you import from BNDB, and so you could save a binary into database. But especially for interoperability with other tools, it's nice to be able to export as Dwarf, because it's a little more of a standard kind of format. So let's just do this. This is a name. Export as Dwarf, and it's and we're going to save it as ls.dwo. Okay, did that save, or did I? You know what? I don't think it could. Yeah, the tilde isn't going to work. And yeah, home v35 ls.dwo. Okay, that worked. So now if I reopen, just as a quick round trip test, open bin ls and import debug info from external file. And now if I give it ls.wo, this is a name. Ta-da! Right there, right? So it's a nice way to import, export. It will also, there used to be a plugin that was like a Dwarf plugin that was Python based. You know, so it's marked as deprecated now. I recommend you uninstall it. The new one should be a superset in terms of performance and accuracy. And once it's a little more stable, once we've had a little more testing on it, it will be enabled by default. And so then when you just open a file that has Dwarf, it'll just automatically load it, just like PDBs do now. And in fact, they both use the same called the debug info API, which can just supply a bunch of information for a file kind of like as you're loading it. So it's much faster, better, because it happens as you open the file instantly, and you don't have to like trigger it afterwards to load the stuff. So if a file has Dwarf like built into it, it'll do that. So new Dwarf stuff. I am not going to play with the Notepad one this week. I had too much fun playing with that malware. But yeah, that'd be a fun task for next week to come back and do the per function version on that notebook. So I'm going to run to the bathroom. If anybody has questions, you can ask it real quick. See, I'm going to give you just a little bit of a break. I'm going to test my BRB, but I'm going to sign off probably not too long after. So there's no questions. See everybody next week. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully next week. I think we'll do it again, kind of on a roll. So I'll put up the BRB. I'll come back and chat a few more minutes if people are hanging around. Otherwise, we'll see you all later. All right, we're back. Thank you. Oh, yes, my very professional. Oh, except you know what? Once the Be Right Back has the stream elements. The stream elements that's wrong. Oh, you did. You missed a great stream too. That was a fun one. Yeah. So I can give you a little bit of a recap. We can talk about it. But you know, you can always watch the VOD later. So I'm gonna stall for a little bit because I my hoodie is being rolled on. Hold on. Okay. All right. So I'm stalling for a few minutes, admittedly, because Glenn's gonna upgrade IDA on Dogbolt, and I'm gonna check it out on IDA 8.3 because I'm curious. Although you know what, I can actually just do it over here. No, I don't think I've installed it. I don't remember. Let me see. Yeah, I might have 8.3 I can verify over here because I want to do a fair comparison. So Geeter had the best. Yeah, no, I've specifically not installed 8.3 because I want to get that text clarified. In fact, our IDA license is actually like a trade. So basically, on the Dogbolt website, we specifically say Ilfac and Hexrays are sponsoring Dogbolt because they basically gave Vector 35. We used to have a paid IDA license, and instead they basically, I said, well, why don't we just give us a free license, and that covers half the hosting costs of Dogbolt. So it's just easier to do it that way than to I pay them, they pay us, and because we're paying for all the hosting right now. So yeah, I need to get clarification before we install 8.3 on my box, but he did specifically say Dogbolt is good to go. So we'll upgrade that and then we'll rerun this. I'm curious because this might just be fixed in NIDA. This might be a thing that they've got improved in the latest version. So we'll try it everywhere. But yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so to recap, here's what we did this stream. I like just hanging out in this view for a little bit. I don't know, should I have like more screen decorations or something? So on this stream, we looked at, very briefly at the end, you may have seen the Dwarf plugin, where there's a new Dwarf import and export binja feature. Oh, I should probably go through like the changelog too. I was going to look at the commits for last week. Just be like, what else did we change this week? Let's see. Let's check them out. And also, again, if you got any other binja questions, let me know. So what other commits did we have this week? Other new features. I think the biggest one probably was the Dwarf import-export that landed. There is at least one known. Ooh. Oh, API binja. Okay. Yeah, so Brian is close to landing some like behind the scenes improvements on workflows and some setting stuff. That should be coming real soon on dev. That's going to it's going to be really an important building block for how some future improvements come. So hopefully following this set of commits and the changes that are making, like one of the things they can do, for example, if you've ever worked with the workflows API, which lets you like modify how Binary Ninja does decompilation, you can, there's a whole, let's see here. Let me see what's workflow. Let's see if I can get this right. W.show topology. Show topology, not metrics. So this is like a flow graph of binja's decompilation. So this is all the binja analysis, everything that it does. These are sort of like names of nodes in a graph, which is how it does analysis. And this is meant to make it easier for third parties to modify how the decompiler works, for us to kind of modify how it works. It's still very like some sharp edges and it's kind of hard to work with. But part of this change that's coming from Brian, it allows you to like pause. It's almost like in a debugger, like we could breakpoint our analysis, but you're doing it at this, you're modifying the sort of state machine of how all these analyses are plugged together and just be like, stop right here. And then you can poke around and look. You can actually in the console like interact with some of this stuff and see oh, okay, it's this analyze data variables pass that is breaking this thing or doing this thing, or if I want to, you can allows you to really introspect much more easily than like just trying to do like a debug build of Binary Ninja. So it's really cool for us internally. We're going to use it. It's great for people who want to modify how the decompiler works. You don't have to like, even though our decompiler is not open source, this makes it, reasonably doable for other people to modify how things go or replace certain modules. There's still, like I said, some pieces of it that make it a little trickier. That happened, or that's happening, I think, real soon. So it should be on before the next stream. Let me think. What other fixes landed this week? Lots of little ones. Like I showed off, like some UI things that I made were like what the default OK and cancel buttons were. We are starting our internal testing on type archives and projects, so we'll see how that goes. We're hoping we can get them kind of mature enough that they'll be good to go in the next release as a part of that one. So cross your fingers for that, and that those will be landing soon. Type archives and projects are both two major big features that are going to make a lot of nice quality of life improvements. Let's see what else. Yeah, a little small bug in the array count dialog. It was not showing things as hex correctly. Display as. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other. I don't think there's any major stuff. Like a lot of little bug fixes. There was a fair amount of like little bug fixes. Glenn fixed some stuff in the import type parsing. What else? We're still kind of working through we'll call it fallout of all those warnings about begin undo actions and really trying to clean up things that have been unintentionally doing it wrong. So that error has been we continue to hunt down stuff in plugins, official and third party, and trying to clean those up. What else? Yeah, next time I should actually make this list beforehand. Usually I'll actually go through and I'll skim and kind of do it. But like I said, I think the Dwarf stuff was the biggest one. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, oh, I think those are Rust. I know there's a new Rust release. I don't know if we're doing it yet and using it because it makes building the APIs a lot cleaner. Like using the API, so using an existing library where you don't have the source code for it. Like if you just have like a DLL or a SO or dialog, whatever, and you want to be able to like, yeah, there's a bunch of function names. They're in there. Trust me, they'll be there at runtime. Just like link against it was the thing that you had a hard time doing in Rust prior to the latest version. And I think that just got added, which makes it easier for people to build Rust plugins on top of the binja API once we move over. So yeah, that's the other major one. We looked at one of our things probably for next week. Oh, nope, don't do that. Is going to be maybe making this Notepad plugin in Binary Ninja like function specific, like having either a checkbox here or a setting or something where we could say, hey, I want the Notepad plugin to track comments per function. So this function has notes, but then when I switch over to this function, the note should go away, and it should like visually indicate like you're in a different function now. So that'd be a fun little project to modify the note. I have heard at least one person ask for that before too. Ooh, Dogbolt is going. Might take a minute. No worries. Yeah. So yeah, the goal here is let's recap those changes. So we were looking at a piece of an Emotet malware sample that someone submitted where Geeter had some pretty clean results, and it wasn't clear to me. It took me a while to convince myself, and thankfully y'all were patient as I validated, like, yeah, like this looks like it's doing the right thing. I didn't see anything it was missing. It was obvious. It was just a bunch of like, obfuscation, a bunch of constants and like shifts, XOR, move, load store, that kind of stuff, of all these constants. And the long and the short of it is it's just multiplying each And so it's like doing this multiplication over each character, and also lowercasing each character in the string argument that's passed into it. So the third parameter is a string argument. Actually, you know what we did? We verify param1 and param2 are junk parameters. Yeah, you mentioned that as well earlier too. Username. So, oh, good tease. Next week, you know what we're gonna play with. If you want to get a jump start in this, oh, I apologize. I don't remember your exact username, Kat. I don't think that's right. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I know I'm gonna get binary ninja objective C plugin. Let's find it this way. And actually, no, let's go back to this one. This one. Let's look at commits. And there we go. It's CXNDR. Close. Okay. There's a new plugin that y'all might want to play with. It has all sorts of nifty stuff, and I have only seen it. I have not tried it yet. It has its own custom icon too. I forget what we decided the name was going to be of this Team Binja member. But we named her in a Twitter poll a while ago. So, yeah. So this has some neat tricks. It like has some theming. I'm really curious about this like whole multi-shortcut thing. This is actually funny because this is similar to LunarVim, exactly what I was talking about before, where you can like do like key bindings that with like submenus and subsequent like hotkeys. So I want this so hard. Like I really want this in the product and on a whole like chain of like custom like hotkeys and stuff for it. I think that's fantastic. I'm really excited by that one. And you see it's got a bunch of things built in already for like this one. So we were talking about ways to make it extensible and whatnot. Anyway, I don't want to own it. It already has its own. Look. What? Already has it. Good thing we didn't work on that Notepad plugin. It's already done. So this already has function or address specific notes and a global Notepad. It's a new custom theme. It's a bunch of like Darwin, macOS, iOS stuff that I am less excited for because I just don't do that. But there's a lot of nifty stuff in here. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. All right, so that's something I want to check out next week. We'll give that a try. Play with that. In the meantime, let's see. Let me go check in on Glenn and see if we're close to getting Hexrays up. So and yeah, the context there was Hexrays 8.3 changed their EULA, which specifically forbids competitors from using it or for evaluation purposes, which is kind of what Dogbolt is, but they have intentionally allowed Dogbolt. So we got them to confirm like, no, Dogbolt's fine. We want you to keep doing Dogbolt. We want the latest version of Hexrays on Dogbolt. So we're gonna update to 8.3, which came out a few weeks ago. All right, and make sure we've got the latest stuff. And I wanted to reanalyze this particular sample too. So let me go see if that's up. If not, it's fine. We'll come back and check it out next week when we get it up later. We can add that to the stream list. But let's see if we can get it. And then 8.3 might have improved its decompilation for that function as well. So, oh yeah, this might actually just not work at all if it's in the middle of restarting. So we'll see. I'll be right back. Wait. I'll be right back. Be right back. It is right back. It was fast. It was already going, so let's see here. So I might need to reload this page. Oops. Let's see. Well, not. No, Hexrays doesn't show up on Dogbolt at all.
Good sign.
Yeah.
I only have one chair.
I do only have one chair. Oh, I left my phone. Oh, that's fine.
Give me a second.
Notifications. All right. All right. So we're currently bringing
You will love the commit message.
Yeah, no worries, username. That's let's check it out. Well, Glenn is poking at Dogbolt.
I'm
I'll
over here.
wait, hold on, ready? Wait.
Does your camera have field of view adjustment?
It
Oh my
does.
God, it does.
It does.
That's really
We
cool.
can get you in frame. Yeah,
Get me in frame.
absolutely. There we
It's
go.
like
Ready?
this warm as in here as in the other office.
I like it. See, this is like my preferred temperature.
I do not understand you.
I know. I run a little cooler. So, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, the demon is down.
All right, username. So while Glenn works on making dog bolts come back from the dead, yeah, let's go back and take a look at that binary.
Here's
So
current status is a big T-Mux.
current, that's how all good
But this
server
one uses
maintenance
Control
happens.
E, you monster.
That's not me. I don't do that.
You said everything to Control A.
I know. I use Control A. Exactly. You're the monster for using Control B. Control A is the one true hotkey.
Absolutely not.
If you've been using Screen for 20 years, that's just all you know. All right. Can you all hear Glenn? All right, still. Yeah. It wasn't really their intention, but they
Wow.
did.
All right, well, however you installed it did not actually accept the license.
Yeah, I would.
So we're going to have to go do that.
I would believe that I did that wrong. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the terms of service. You may not do. So technically, Dogbolt violates this and this now, but we've had explicit permission to use it. Oh wait, no. The problem is, yeah. What we want is except as expressly permitted by this EULA or in writing from Hextrace or something, because we need like blanket exceptions for all this stuff to run Dogbolt. No, not all of them, but like in particular this one right here. This is a new term that got added in the EULA for 8.3. It says you can't use it if you are a competitor or you use it in a way that competes. You can't do any benchmarking, collecting or publishing data or analysis related to the performance. So you can't do like decompiler bake-offs. Except this was just, again, like default lawyer language, I think, that somebody came along and was like, we should do all the things.
Still did it, though.
Because, yeah, but they did not intend to impact Dogbolt. And presumably they didn't intend to impact us because, like, they were giving us a license to their software in exchange for hosting of Dogbolt. We'll see.
They did.
We'll figure it out. Honestly, we actually get along, I think, fairly well with the team there. There are a lot of good developers, and while we are competitors, we are friendly. So we'll get that figured out specifically. But in the meantime, I got a screenshot that says we can run it. So all right, Glenn, Dank has a question for you.
What's he say?
How badly did my MSVC plugin screw up your BNDB?
Not that badly. Which one was this?
Oh, I can.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of typing bash commands.
I just want to make sure we're both.
We tried to use the MSVC plugin on, I think it was Trackmania,
Oh.
which is protected by VM Protect.
Oh.
So
Bad times.
the plugin tried.
It tried.
It tried its best. It actually got a couple of the class structures, which was pretty cool, but
1800. How does the? Oh no, that's right. I've used that plugin. I think at one point. All right. So how would we fix this one? Is the question. Well, the answer is, anytime you see this temp and this multiply, that's where our IL is performing poorly. So if we,
how did you install this?
I don't know, man. I did.
Where did it come from?
Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Okay. So what this, it's just basically the binja's multiplication is not tracking the upper, like it's not putting constants into the values when both of the arguments to a multiplier are constant. So if we multiply them, and we literally just getting the upper 32 bits, like that's it. I don't need this in hex. I just like seeing it that way. So that's just the upper 32 bits. I can now set user variable value to a constant value. Paste that in, and
Am
there
I
we go.
allowed to agree to this agreement? I have you press the enter key.
I'll push it, and I'll even do it. Look, I'll do it on stream, so there's video evidence that I have taken legal
You have to hit the
responsibility
Y
to
key
push
first.
Y.
That's not the real Y key.
Oh, what's your Y key? You stupid remapped keyboard.
All
And
right,
I'm
here,
the
try
monster?
again.
Okay.
Now it's the real Y key.
Y. Enter. Now you can do the directory. Okay. I've approved the EULA because I was the one who's told, then in writing, the Dogbolt has permission. So.
It's a good thing we have the password for this install somewhere.
Yeah, it's usually I put it in a text file in the same.
Yeah, we're working on it. Working on it.
Slowly but surely. Okay, so the strings are at, but not a grayed out, not used. Oh, okay. So let's see here. So first of all, the decompilation gets way prettier. So just for context, that's a good question. The grayed out stuff basically means binja doesn't see any cross references. It just doesn't see these values getting used. Although, yeah, and in this case, if they were actually like ASCII values, they would get the built-in memcopy thing would have fired, and it would have said, this is a actually, I'm still built-in stir copy rather would have fired. I'm a little surprised the built-in memcopy didn't on some of these. Just because they're out of order.
You did not write the password anyway.
Oh, and because they're dynamically calculated a little bit. Did I not write
No,
them?
go pull up your email.
Hold up.
Can you imagine if our install process took this much work?
Oh, be nice. They only released one a year for a long time, so like
That's
it didn't
fair.
matter as much if you were.
Yeah, but like we release every single dev build like multiple per day.
Yeah,
If
quite
you had to go
frequently.
find an installer and then find a key and then find a password.
I see a bunch of keys. Oh yeah.
No, the key is in there.
I know it's the what's the name of the email? It comes from. Let's search for X-rays. All right.
Check June 9th. Roughly.
Yeah. There it is. There's a password. All right.
Oh, great.
I'll
yeah.
DM it to you. You know what? Actually, hold on. I think it's in Slack.
It's not.
Isn't it?
No, it changes every time.
No, I thought I put. Okay, that's fine. That's my bad.
Just paste it in there, no context.
No, exactly. There's no context needed.
Great.
You know where it is. There'll be another one next time. So okay, yeah, the strings are out of order. So that might be part of it, and because they're encrypted string. Now what you can do though. So let's see. Is this the same kind of decryption function? And again, same thing here. Like once we fix this, like this bug, this stuff's just all gonna look so much better. Is this one just use temp 0? Yeah, so this one unfortunately. Oh good, no, so it puts an RDX, so that's fine. Yep. Or a weather. That's the whole point. I was using RDX. So I can do same thing as before. Actually, you know what? You could do a little plugin that would fix this up. Literally just go look for the multiplies where both parameters, so like watch current il instruction dot params, not the split, dot source operand, no, dot, yeah, I don't want the split, I want the, what do I call it, left, right? I need BNIL graph. BNIL graph. Install that. And then I think I have to copy that address, restart, reopen files, let's close these. Don't need to save. Well, I probably should have saved because I had already fixed up some of these, but that's all right. Yep. So here.
It's doing a lot of math.
Yeah, but most of it's just constant stuff. So, all right, let's go to
Yeah.
medium.
It's a lot of instructions.
Yeah, it's doing some folding. It's a set var. It's not what I wanted, is it? But the var has temp. Oh, I'm on the wrong line. Whoops. Yeah, now do the graph. And we're gonna go split reg. It's a set var. No, what? Oh no, hold on. That's right, because there's multiple. There it is. Var split. Okay. So 17. All right, so you can see this, the multiply comes from source. Okay, so the parameter I need is, oop, that might just, it's totally fine. I just need to tighten that. I moved it to aim a little bit more towards you. And I just didn't tighten it enough. Anyway, so now current IL instruction. Look at this, we said we were gonna end like 30 minutes ago. It's too much fun. Source, yeah, dots.
Imagine ending on time.
Left, right. Yeah, so literally all you have to do it's like this. There we go. So all you have to do is check if both left and right on, like, iterate over all the ILs. And if the IL operation is actually, you can literally do arithmetic. No. What is this one? I feel like that one. Anyway, you can just check if this exact operation in this particular case, the double precision multiply. So you could just do if operation is equal to that, and if left and right are both constants, then you could check literally the next instruction in the IL is, and use the user-informed data flow API, set that. So I kind of want to write a snippet. We got enough time for me to write a snippet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. It's more time to get that loaded.
This thing is being a butt.
All right. So, yep, do that. So username, I'm just gonna write a plugin to do all this right now, real quick, as a fix up, because that seems like a fun thing. The only thing I need to do is I need to use the visitor class, and I don't remember, that one's a little bit complicated. Current function dot MLAL instructions dot, no, MLAL dot visit. Yeah, okay, so there's this visit all, which I need to pass in a callable thing. Actually, is there a help for this one? Let's look at it. Iterates over all the instructions of the function, calls the callback function for each instruction and their operands.
Nice.
So I need to do, okay, so like I need to do
Take the lambda.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember the number of parameters. I think it's 3.
On visit all?
Yeah. I don't remember what they are, but I think it's 3. No, so not visit all. On the callback that you pass in, how many parameters does that thing take? Is it 3?
String operand type string optional instruction.
4. What are the strings?
It's a good question.
String
Name of the operand, the operand type. It's just right there in the docs. The name of the operand.
Am I looking at it?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah. This operand and the name of the operand seems. Who built this? I have complaints I wish to lodge. Like, if you have the operand,
Gives you everything.
yeah, but like you can get the name just off
And all
dot
of the things you
name
didn't even
and
think
dot
you
type.
needed.
You should really have just passed parent instruction and operand. I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. That's all right. Parent instruction. So, and actually, the visit all. Maybe we don't want visit all. Maybe we just want visit. What's the difference? Oh, this is what I want. Just visit will do each instruction and each sub instruction, and that will do name of the operand, operand type, parent. Same parameters. Okay, so def my visit is going to be a function that's going to take op name,
Figured out what the problem with IDA
op
was.
type. Oh, what was the problem with
I
IDA?
installed the opt IDA Pro, not root IDA Pro, which is great.
Yep.
That's
Oh, I think I had to move it last time.
yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah. Parents instruction. Okay. So, my visit is going to. Did I spell instruction wrong? Yeah, and actually that's a snippet editor because I'm gonna. This is one of those where. Ooh, hold on. Can I remember the hotkey to? There we go. Move this thing. All right. New snippet. Fix moles. Okay, so we're gonna have a visitor that's going to log info. No, let's do this. If op dot. That doesn't make any sense. It's a visitor that parses for each instruction and sub-instruction, but you get all the operands? I just want the instruction?
You need to hit spacebar again. It's the EULA, but in a different form.
Dude.
Oh. Really? Does it start on not agree? How about now? No, it starts on disagree. Who does that?
That way you have to do a conscious thing. You have to say, I agree.
I don't
Tab?
know. Tab? Yeah, tab.
Yep, tab. Oh, there we
Cool.
go. Okay. We have agreed.
Takes so many steps.
I think I remember messing with this before. Oh yeah, I do want to try the array stuff too. Hold on. Let's do that. Was it here? Yeah, so we could just. Yeah, but I want to fix all these up first. The problem is, I mean, they're all encrypted anyways. They're not gonna like their strings. But yeah, you should just be able to change it to an array type. Yeah, that should definitely work. All right, let me go back. Yeah, I actually want to write my snippet because this will make your life a lot easier. So if parent instruction dot operation equals nope. What was our what was our operation type before? Doot. Oh no, current IL instruction dot operation. So nope. Dot source dot operation. The source of the split comes from here. Okay. Print parent instruction. So just for kicks, like let's just do this, and then we'll do for m in bv.mlil. Was it mlil functions? Is hold on, bv.mlil functions. Yep. Functions. M dot visits. My visit. Current mlil dot visit. Parameters, just the callback. Yep. Okay. So, snippet editor, run. Errors. Method is not iterable. For m in that looks close-ish to something reasonable. We could change this to log info and stir that. I think it'll do that explicitly, but that's fine. What is it? Okay, what is it erroring on? Three task run is a global string. Method is not iterable. I feel like the highlighting is giving me a hero. I've got something dumb. Has anybody seen my bug? Parent operations equal to.
What does it say?
Method object is not iterable. MLIL function. Is there some weird name? Like
Weird?
something's.
What's the line it's mad about?
I can't tell because it
says
just
line
it's literally
7.
not even able to parse it. Oh no, you're
So
right.
Line 7
You're
in
right.
module. Is MLIL
Okay.
functions
Oh, it's a
a property or a method?
son of a mother.
It's a method. Yeah, line numbers.
Okay,
Hey, it's more errors.
different errors this time.
All right.
Okay. If
There's probably no parent instruction.
has adder parent instruction operation.
If it's not none. Like, it looks like it's none.
The parent instruction is none.
Yeah,
None
'cause
type
it's
has
the
no.
root.
Yeah. There's no operation on the. It should be.
Can you
Oh,
just do it on the op? Just use op, not parent instruction, right?
is. Oh, right. If op dot oper, is it just operation? Op is the operation.
Yeah.
But
And
how?
then
But
op is the op thing that is the like the expression. I don't know why it's called op.
I don't.
Op is a medium level IL instruction.
Okay, so it is op dot operation.
Yeah.
That makes that. Again, I have questions.
I think.
Okay. Hey, look at that. And you know what the funny thing is? We literally don't even have to check if anything. They're always constants. No, there's
Oh,
no
no,
RCX
some
one.
of those are
Okay.
RCX.
So let's go fix that. All right, so that's cool. And what's this? Whatever. We'll just do it wide. And op dot is instance op dot right constant and is instance op dot left constant. So now I should only be calling this thing when it's kind of hard to prove a negative, but we shouldn't see any variables. These are all constant values. Right. Okay. So now what we need to do is, okay, so hold on. Let's see here.
You're gonna try to replace them?
Current IL insert. Well, no, all we have to do is do the next one. So we need like index, expression index. Expression index. No, I need
Instruction.
instruction index. Instruction index. Yep.
Yeah.
Plus 1, which is sloppy, but whatever. So what we're gonna get current MLIL. So this will basically get us the next
Yep.
thing, and if that is set var. Yeah, that'll work. So we can just verify if it's a set var, then what we want to do is now we need to get the destination of that set var. And here's the thing.
Oh, set user
Variable value. Yeah. So
Way
let's
less jank than what I thought you were doing.
No, that's pretty clean. All right, so I just remember the APIs, which I always go to the blog binary ninja user informed data flow. I always look up there's like it's in the docs, but I just read the blog.
It's the docs.
Right? It's a good blog. Was that Chime who did that?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was. That was a good one. Here it is. Hold on. Possibly set user var value. Okay, so it's literally. So what we want to do is actually we could just do this. Let's make it look cleaner. No, this is fine. It'll be okay. Okay, so next instruction is equal to. Oh, it's also. Hold on, let's see if I have. Current IL instruction dot function dot. There's a way to get the whole. I get block, I guess. Oh, I'm not in IL instruction. Try it again. Medium IL. There we go. Watch your UI when you're using those magic values. Is it just dot function? Okay, that gives you the MLIL function. Perfect. Actually, does the MLIL function though have set user? No, it's gonna live off. Wait. No, it is gonna be function dot or what's it? Raw function, parent function. No, it's function dot IL functions have source function. Yep. Okay. Dot set user. Cool. Yeah, user var value. So next instruction is equal to op dot function dot bracket. We're going to array index it of op dot inster index plus 1. This is the only thing that might go south, but I think we're going to be fine. If is instance next instruction set set var capital S capital V. We'll find out. Log info stir up. Okay, so let's do actually next instruction. So we should see a whole bunch of these now. Also, my indentations are wrong because I committed crimes against humanity. All right, so we got a bug. Let's see. Yep, I might want a colon there. And thank you, by the way. I'm a little slow there for pointing out the error line 7. You are correct. Okay, so these are all set vars with temps. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's the next instruction. Left val is equal to op.left.value, I want to say. Current IL instruction dot left? No, dot source. Dot left. Yeah. So, oh. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the instruction index is gonna be good. Okay, so dot left dot value. Dot value. You have to do it twice if you just want like the constant value. Okay. Dot value. Right val is equal to op dot right dot value. Temp 0 is equal to left val times right val, right shifted 32. Temp 1 is just for completeness sake. Left val times right val. And right. So upper is just shift it right, and the lower is just mask it off. So that will give us our temp value. And now, if the next one is a set var, what's that?
Single and?
Is it a single? I can never remember in Python versus C versus, yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Thank you.
Save you that before you even hit it.
Yeah, that's a worth of candy in the training class when people catch the bugs before I run into them.
Candy?
I do. Well, treats or something. Sometimes I give them stickers or.
It's pretty good.
Usually I have a big pile of candy. Okay, so if the next one's a set var. Now, let's see. If it's a set var, boop. Now what we want to do. Oh, that's kind of annoying.
What's it saying?
Well, it's annoying because these temporaries get created. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I can do this. I think. Okay, so if I have yeah, the parent, okay, the parent operation is going to be this one. So I can pull out this the thing is I have to care whether it's temp 4 or temp 5. And I have to set the value accordingly. Because sometimes they take the upper bits and sometimes they take the lower bits to operate on. So I have to handle both cases. But because the temporaries are different names, I can't just be like, oh, is it left or... So yeah, what I have to do is... So I've got... We're going to call this one upper. And we're going to call this one lower. Lower bits. And then what we're going to do is if... Okay, so we're going to have... I think we can just do... It's a set var, right? Dot left, no, dot, well, let's do binal graph. What is the set var? This might be a record length on stream. Does anyone still watching? Do you all actually? I bet user name is here. Because if this works, this will dramatically clean up your decompilation here for you. So hopefully we have an audience of at least one.
That says 7 people.
All right, we got a couple still hanging out. Thanks to the...
A lot of people watch the VODs. Shout-outs to the VOD boys.
We're here for you. We appreciate it. We do see a lot of people in the VODs. 4 and 5 set var. Okay. Oh, wow, that's hilarious. It's literally high and low. I named my variables high and low. It's also high and low. So...
Hey! It works.
Sweet.
That took a long time.
Okay. hi.name and
Oh my god.
kernel instruction dot source dot name.
Let's never do this again. Or would this
Source
just be the
dot
last version?
Bars red. Dot name. That'll work. There's a cleaner way of doing that, but that's good enough. So what I can do is, okay, if the next is instruction, if next instruction dot, let me move this one up a little bit. Yeah, dot source. Okay. Next instruction dot source dot operand sub 0 dot name is equal to parent instruction dot, what was it on the other side? Just high and, yeah, high and low. Okay. Dot high dot name. Result is equal to upper. Is this right? High. Yeah, should be right. Else result equals lower. So, and now we are going to set user. You got congratulations, by the way.
Hooray.
Thanks, Jonathan. And Essen, a username, Dank. Aw, I appreciate it, everybody. Yeah. So I'm
It's
actually.
up. Yeah, look.
All right.
It decompiled the thing.
Let's go kick that off now while we're manually solving this thing. So reload. We got a hex race.
I love Docker.
Turn off Ghidra. We can turn off anger.
You might have to resubmit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it.
No, I'm like pretty sure you'll have to resubmit.
Oh, I mean, I can just reload the thing, right? Like after it comes up, we'll refresh icon.
No, like you have to. Since it wasn't working previously, it didn't actually send a request for it. Just like upload the file again.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
File.
see, here. Ta-da! Here's your request.
Oh, you see it coming through.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right, we'll let that go. Binjas will be cached. It'll recognize that. Set user value of result at next instruction dot address.
I really hope after all this time, it's not gonna time out.
If it does, that new Goombas thing might have actually hit the performance enough that
Don't
it
forget
could.
the F on
could
your
time
F
out.
string.
I know. I always do that list, but thank you. I definitely appreciate that.
It worked.
Yeah. And we can also compare the encrypted stuff. But is it? There we go. And
Which function was it?
is this the right? Yeah, this is the same function again. Okay. Nope, still wrong. Decompilation still wildly wrong.
What's it doing?
I don't know. Like this is, it just lost all the constants. Like all the constants that get like folded into like actual like.
I mean, does it fold the constants into stuff? Do they like resolve to 0?
No, they don't. They're like an actual. So like here's the.
Do we actually know what the source looks like? I assume it's malware, so no.
The Ghidra result is correct, and the binja result matches the Ghidra result if you fix the binja lifting bug or the constant data flow bug, which
There's
the script will do.
classic.
So
Okay.
let me go find. Yeah, so like here, this value here, it multiplies the result by this value each round and adds in the new character into it. It's like a checksum decryption hash, whatever thing.
Ghidra just like obliterated that.
It did real good. Yeah, Ghidra absolutely wins. Binja will once we fix this bug, but
yeah.
But yeah, so very surprising. Very surprising that IDA's on the other hand. I don't know what it's doing. Like I don't know where those values went.
Wonder if it is actually using their new thing.
No, because it did the same thing on 8.2.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like
yeah.
Do you have to trigger like, the blog post makes it sound like it's on by default.
If it's on by default, then it should be using it. But if you have to like check a box, then there's no way.
They said something about it was automatic in the blog post, but I'm still I mean, okay, so let's just do this and run it and see if we get errors.
Yep.
Which we do.
Classic.
Yeah. Oh, but it worked for a
You got a
while.
lot
Oh
of them.
yeah, okay, so I'm just missing some error handling.
Var is no attribute. That bug is not even in your code.
That seems a little weird. The var should always
No.
have a name.
Well, it is.
I mean, I could do something jank, but like,
Set var operand 0. The variable doesn't have a name. What type of variable has no name? That's a good question.
next var is equal to next instruction dot source dot operands 0. If has adder next var, I'm not afraid of jank. Name.
If it works.
It's good enough for a snippet, right? I'm not.
It's a snippet. It's not a real.
Result reference before
Oh, because you have result
assignment.
and you gotta indent the log info
Thank you.
twice.
Yes.
All right, something happened.
Okay, that's working. Now I need to actually do the set user var. So now what I need to do is, okay, to get the function, I've got either, let's just
You have
do
the
op
medium level IL, right? So
dot
you can do
function
some
dot source function dot set user var value. Actually, hold on. Let's just do value first. So val is equal to, you gotta do like possible value set.
What's it called?
So here's current set user var value. Set user var value.
Yup.
What are we
You
doing?
got a lot of screens.
I know. And then the
Takes the variable, the address, and the value.
Yeah.
Cool.
So okay, we already have our variable. It's gonna be next.
Next var.
No, what was I gonna say? Okay, val is equal to. This is the value. Oh, value is gonna be possible value set. Sorry. That's gonna be possible value set dot constant, I bet. Result.
Dot constant. Yep, with just an integer.
Yep. So there's the value. The var is going to be next instruction dot source dot operands 0.
The var.
Yeah,
or the...
should be. That's where we got the name out of either temp. Oh no! I'm with it. Hold
Is
on.
that a
No.
medium level IL
No.
var?
Dest. I want the dest, and
yeah.
let's actually check. Hold on. Let's just check this because what I'm actually setting is RDX5 here. So, oops.
Next guy.
Current IL instruction dot dest.
Yep, that's a var.
It is already a var.
Alright,
Okay,
good.
so that's much better. Okay, so dot dest, we're good. I need to put that into a variable. It's
Yep.
pretty clean. And then
Your address.
the address is equal just
The address of the operator.
next instruction dot address. So now op.function dot source function dot set user var value. What was my order again? The variable, the address, and the value of val at address. Oh, I saw something change.
Ooh.
That was really fast. But
Hey, it's a bunch of more text.
yeah, look, it's all green too. Now, I think that's it. But now, to the other point, let's go to the stack. Hold up. We are going to make an array. Where do we want the array to exist? Some of these I think are garbage. All right, so let me look. Let's go back to this original function. And actually, hold on. Let's open it clean. Brand new. Analysis goes. We run our snippet. And now, yeah, we did a bunch of things.
Bunch of stuff.
Now we go here,
Yep.
and now we look at high level layout. Boom.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Just like that.
So that should fix all of them. All right, so let me, before I lose this, let's just
You
save
should
this.
post that somewhere.
Fixmoles.py. So there's our snippet, and now wormhole. Oh no. Now I have to erase chat. Hold on. No. All right. Sorry, chat. Wormhole send fix
I hope you
moles.
realize there's a 30-second delay on that video.
Oh, that's true.
Like, it's comically,
That's true.
Comically.
I don't type that slow. Yeah. Wormhole receive 7 Norwegian Aztecs.
Singular? Yeah.
Well, okay. Okay.
Nice.
I just said Aztecs because it made for a better sentence. Okay. What I hit? Okay. So,
Did you hit mute as well?
did I hit mute? No, we're okay. We're still audio.
All right,
I know there
good.
wasn't like an icon appeared. I think I tried to hit next track or something if
All
the
right,
music
you're good.
playlist was up, but I think we're all set.
Yeah, it looks live.
Chinmay's here! Chinmay, let's go! Did you see that?
Yeah, look at that. How's it going?
Oh, very nice. Yes, UIDF enjoyers for sure. We
It's
just
really good.
worked around to like an annoying binja bug with a sweet little UIDF. Long time no see. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna put this in the stream channel in the public Slack.
I gotta try this.
So fix moles. So here's my nasty little snippet. It's not super clean right now. I only did one has-adder, so it could be worse. But that's that at least will let you run username. That'll let you run the yeah, exactly. Aztecs. Norwegian Aztecs. I'm gonna remember that for like a week. And you asked me like next week on stream, like what was
That's
the
very
wormhole? And it was
specific.
7 Norwegian Aztecs, except singular Aztec. It's just one of those like, I mean that's why it's such a good tool, right? Because it's very memorable. All right, so let's go back to the earlier question username. Encrypted string at OX180232448C. Chime, tell the truth. Did somebody like hear us talking about it and like summon you, or did you just happen to like swing by? That's great either way, but yeah, good to hear from you. Okay, so yeah, so this is the encrypted string table. I mean, it's not really a string table here though, is it? It's just it's gonna get used that way,
Oh, it's not technically in snippet form.
isn't it?
No, you missed
Oh,
the first two lines.
the first lines of it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't copy. I copied and pasted it out of the dialogue. I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to bind it to a hotkey, you'd have to do it separately.
Just add 2 lines to the front.
So, I mean, it's just var 20. Let's just make this char 20 40. I mean, that's like. Except, wait. I made it a char. Why is it showing these as D-word loads? I guess because that's how they're getting loaded in. And then 28. Oh, is that the wrong direction?
What?
It's not var 20. It's var... Let me undo that. So var 20...
It's all loading them into the same spot.
Yeah, but like I was doing this and I was eating all this stuff down here. It should be... I need to be doing it at like 68 down to like...
Oh, I see.
20.
It's starting at like...
Yeah, so like make this. I mean, I don't actually know the real size here. 68.
Jimmy says you just have to
48.
swing by.
That's fantastic. Okay, so built-in stir copy did kind of now try to pick up on one of them, but like that's...
You gotta read his message.
Oh, I'm so happy. That's fantastic. So good. All right, you need to. Do you still have a? You should still have like a Slack random account. If you don't, like email me. Join back in the like all of the. Every former vector gets to hang out in the random channel. We'll chat some Sanderson goodness. I'm looking forward to hearing how you've been enjoying it. All right, are the strings 10? Okay, so 10. I don't. Wait, did I make that? I feel like I went to a different function accidentally. Yeah, there we go. Like this doesn't look right though. But again, like they're not strings because they're just blobs of data like being stack loaded. What you really want is like built-in mem copy to show it like in the array format where you can copy it out and like
Yeah.
deobfuscators. Like I think that's like the right. I'm just gonna undo that. I don't know what
I have no idea what
that
it's doing.
array size was correct or not, but let me go. Let's go look at these offsets. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, C5. Nope. 2, 4, C5.
Also, sneak preview of Cat's theme.
Oh yeah, that's the theme for tomorrow. I don't think people could see it.
No,
Little
that's
small.
gotta keep the tension going.
I know.
You have to
wanna,
build it yourself.
Tease them.
By building
This is the first time I've ever streamed all the way up until the team hangout. By the way, it's 8.
Oh no.
All right, listen. I
Maybe.
apologize, username. In Slack, you got your script. That'll clean up your decomp a bunch. I'll play some more with the
Don't you have kids?
decryption stuff. I do have children. I joked with my wife because my daughter and my son, not the oldest and the youngest, not the middle one, both have multiple friends coming over tonight.
Okay.
My house is gonna be crazy. So I sort of joked about not coming home until late.
Okay, honestly, not the worst move.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be a madhouse. So it'll be fun. Anyway, thanks for everybody that hung out for such a long stream.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was a good one though. Yeah, and that wasn't even on the original agenda, but that was this binary is fantastic. I'm gonna go play with some more Emotep next time, I think, and just try to figure out.
It's a crazy bomb, except you actually look at it.
Hey, Fox wasn't even here. No, I can't
He
do
wasn't
crazy
even
bomb, but
here?
Fox is not here. I don't think I saw.
Did you
Fox,
find the
though.
binary? One of these years.
One of these years, somewhere in my backups of my download folder.
It's somewhere in your
I
DMs.
have crazy bomb. Yeah, except that no, the DMs get purged. So.
Oh no, they
On
do.
the public Slack, yeah. All right. Well, again, thanks everybody for chilling with us. Good time. It was a fun stream. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.